Welcome back to another of the Black Space Project North America. I've just had a revelation about something. I'll get straight to the point. The revelation I've had is this thing about doppelgangers. No one's talking about really right now. No one's talking about it. I don't think it's gone away. It's never gone away. There was a major notice, I'll put it that way, of this particular subject in the early 2000s. I think it was around 2007. So much so that it was put into the video game Grand Theft Auto as a radio ad. Not really an ad, or maybe it was. I do remember hearing it. It was like just commonplace to hear it while playing that game. And there was some talk about it from thereafter. So much so that I remember that the radio ad was saying something like, you come home and find your significant other somehow different. In so many words it said this, and you come to find out that they've been replaced. And the subject of the doppelganger came up. Why do I say this now? I say this now because this system of control that I've been talking about, I think that's its final attempt. If it can't do everything that it's been trying to do, from manipulation of people's actions or a person's actions, which actually is an entire population. It's not just something that one person experiences or a few. It's an entire population of people on Earth. If it finds it difficult to manipulate the masses, and if it finds it difficult to have other people to manipulate an individual, I think its final attempt would be to replace a person by what we have considered cloning. I think that's where the topic of cloning came from, or the interest in cloning actually came from that, which would suggest that this thing that we call a doppelganger, a replaced person, may have been happening much longer than we realize, before the early 2000s. Of course, I don't have any recollection, any past memories of anything before the 2000s that would suggest what I'm saying. I don't have any experiences with that. No recall, no recollection of rumors of such a thing, other than people being abducted. But they always come back, maybe slightly altered because of marks or something like that, or experimentations after being abducted, but nothing that I can remember from my experiences and from what I've known and everything I've ever heard of people actually being replaced. Maybe this is a new thing. But I think cloning was talked about even before that point. I don't exactly remember what year cloning was talked about. It had to have been in 2000s, but when exactly, I have to look that up. But it makes me wonder, did the idea of scientific cloning come from the actual event of a person being replaced and a doppelganger being put in the place of a person? So who's doing it? The system of control. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about something much more advanced, if you didn't pick that up by now. And if you haven't watched my previous videos, I'm talking about something more advanced than us as humans. The thing that's manipulating us all on the planet, or at least tries to manipulate the masses, but there are a few that it has trouble doing that with. Lots of trouble. Or maybe some that it just, I don't really can explore the reason as to why. Maybe it could be popularity. Maybe it could be because of geographical locations. Yada yada. I'm not exactly sure. There's some things I could speculate as far as that. Geographic locations, altering future events because of a geographical location. Something along those lines. Makes me wonder. That sounds like something that could be figured out. We'll have to do some research on it. But this thing about the doppelganger, I don't know why I said the doppelganger, but this particular subject is what I'm talking about. I don't think it's gone away, but we're too distracted right now by everything else that's going on. Some of us out here are going to figure things out. We always do. So with that, keep paying attention. Just keep paying attention to everything that's going on and everything I told you. There's got to be this particular thing going on somewhere in this country, other countries. And I'm not just talking about, see, another thing I want to bring up, and I'm glad I didn't forget about it. The recent the recent disappearance, and they were later found unalived, twins in Mississippi. It happened again. Now we know that it was an actual person that did it, and he had his intentions, which were bad. But yeah, as I've already told you, there are people that either make decisions or manipulate to make decisions, and I've explained on the other video why. Even if it was his choice, because of who he is, that was an element of control from the controllers. But why? It seems that the controller wants to play God. And if you have a little knowledge on what I'm talking about, a light bulb just lit up in your head just now. Think about it. And with that, I'll end this video, the blackout version of it. And I'm going to give you time to think about everything I've just said. Yes, it's like leaving out more information. It's information, I think, right now. In time, it will come together. So with that, I'm going to say, just stay tuned until next time. I know it's a little cliche to say, but yeah, we'll figure things out. Thanks for watching the Black Space Project, North America.